Now, before I say what I'm going to say in this video, let me make this very clear. I'm still not a Steve Harvey fan. I still think he's a jerk, for lack of a better word. And I still think he did his ex-wife, Mary Harvey, wrong. But after finding out a little bit of information from blendedandblack.com, I have to look at Mary Harvey a little sideways. Now, first off, let me say this. Steve did not leave his first wife. I believe her name was Marcia. She did not leave his first wife clean. As it turns out, he was sleeping with Mary while he was married to his first wife. Then they got married in 1996 and remained married to 2005. But then in that 16 years, she found evidence of him cheating as early as his second anniversary. Or it's their second anniversary, I should say. But then we all know the story. He left her for Marjorie, who he actually met in 1990. But at the time, she wasn't trying to see him like that. Allegedly, she told him, "You don't make enough money." Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But in 2005, they reconnect and get married. Actually, they get married in 2008, but they reconnected in 2005. Now, we all know about the drama. I'm not going to revisit all that. I still think Steve Harvey did her dirty, but at the same time, as much as I hate to give Steve Harvey any credit, he knew how to play the game, or he knew people smarter than him that knew how to play the game. Because listen to this. And I was not aware of this at all. And I'm reading part of an article from blendedandblack.com, which I'll leave the link in the description, either in the description box or down in the comment section. Mary says after the divorce, she was cut off from the lifestyle that she had lived while with Steve. The designers that once begged her to wear their fashions no longer answered her phone calls. She did not have access to the money she once had. Her A-list friends no longer wanted to brunch with her. Unfortunately, that happens during divorce, not just celebrity divorce. But here's the thing that got my eyes open. In the divorce, Mary was given 3 of Steve's homes and also $40,000 per month. Basically getting $480,000 a year until 2009. Then after 2009, she was awarded $1.9 million. Basically $2 million. So basically from 2005 to 2009, I'm just doing some quick math. For about 4 or 5 years, she was basically getting $480,000 a year, almost $500,000, and had 3 homes out of the divorce. I'm thinking to myself, you know, I don't like Steve. I don't like the way he talks to people, and sometimes condescends to people that ain't rich. But I gotta be fair. I'm like, Mary, what was you doing? I mean, let me get $40,000 a month. Oh no, I'm gonna be straight. Some of that's gonna be invested. Some of that's gonna be ain't no bills gonna be paid, or I gotta juggle, decide, well, I gotta pay this one, or I'm gonna be late on that one. No, they all gonna be paid on time. Some investments gonna be made. I'm gonna have a couple of financial advisors. Woo! I'm gonna be set up for real. But back to the video. The article also goes on to say, over the years, Mary has been arrested for a child support order that she allegedly did not know about. And plus, there's a current gag order in place, and she has 0 contact with her son, Winton. And the author of this article, if you give me just a second, it doesn't say who's the author is, but the author of this article goes on to say this: if I could counsel this woman in a blended and black session, here's what I would say. Mary, we hear you, I hear you, and I see you. Please know, you may never get the acknowledgement that you're longing for from your ex-husband and his wife. You must learn to be okay with that. These people are on a journey of their own now. They have been man and wife since 2008. While you may think she is living the life that you worked so hard for. Now keep in mind, let me stop here. Keep in mind, Mary herself was a mistress to the first wife. So if anybody really should be arguing, it really should be Marcia. But back to what this author of this article is saying. Let me pick back up where they said, please know you may never get the acknowledgement that you're longing for from your ex-husband and his wife. You must learn to be okay with that. These people are on a journey of their own. They have been man and wife since 2008. While you may think she is living the life that you worked so hard for, she is not. She is living her own. Your life is not your past. You are not only Steve Harvey's ex-wife. You are so much more. The legal system has morphed you into an embattled woman. While you may never win justice in the court of man, you serve a higher power, and you will be ultimately judged by the way in which you've led your life. Steve's redemption and salvation is no longer your concern. Your mind has been held captive. It is time to fix you. I know that these people are everywhere you turn. On the TV all day, on the radio, on billboards, and that makes your healing feel nearly impossible. You have quite a task ahead of you, but this was the life you were given. But you are not allowed to live in 2005. Your divorce was settled 12 years ago. You are not allotted money that the Harveys have made since then. You are only deepening your future disappointment by such an expectation. Your son has been alienated from you. You and his father are responsible for that. Marjorie vacations frequently, sits on the front row at every couture runway show, and she calls your son hers. I know your pain runs deep, but let's look in the mirror at the 2017 Mary. Who are you now? What is your day like? If you could erase this man from your mind, what would consume your brain space? Let's focus on that. You are Mary Lee Shackelford Harvey. And let me say, whoever wrote that, honestly, that's sound advice. And at this point, even though I personally think Steve did Mary wrong, at some point, you have to pick up the pieces and move on. Steve ain't thinking about you. His now wife, Marjorie, and they have their own alleged problems going on. They're not thinking about you. They're living their life. Meanwhile, while you calling them, and excuse my French, while you calling them every name in the book, while you calling Marjorie, for example, a bitch and whatnot, she living her best life while you still bitter. And honestly, like I said a few minutes ago, let me get $40,000 a month for 4-5 years, almost $500,000 a year. 3 good homes that you could have easily sold, probably for high market value, because you know Steve Harvey ain't living in no cheap home. You know he ain't living in no cheap home. You could have easily did that. And then at the end of it, you got $2 million? No, there'd have been some investing going on. I would be living my best life right now. I wouldn't be working nowhere. Or if I did, it'd be like part-time or something, maybe enough to get some insurance or something, but that's about it. No, well, heck, with that much money, you can buy your own health insurance. Probably get better than what you could get through a job. So, you know what? I hate to say it, but the author of that has a point. And like I said, I'll put the link down in the comment section. You go read the whole article for yourself. At some point, Mary, you got to heal yourself. As much as I love to rag and joke and clown Steve Harvey, the author of this article is not wrong. They're not. But in any case, that's all I got to say on that. I'm out.